Hi, I'm James, and I'm proud to be one of the beta testers for the Wonvita food waste robot. Wonvita claims that its waste robot can compost in just 8 hours, which is pretty incredible. I am a huge tech enthusiast and a loyal Kickstarter supporter. So when Wonvita called itself a robot, I was instantly intrigued. What makes it a robot? And how does it handle food? I'm going to go through some of the components and some of the bells and whistles and show you exactly what it's going to do. Over the next 2 months, I'm going to try it myself, and then I'm going to get back to you with my research. So, this is the machine itself. It looks like a typical tech-savvy product. And it's very sturdy. It tells me there's a lot of components inside. This is the waste category list right on top of the machine. It shows what can and can't be processed. Super straightforward and easy to understand. The machine is divided into these 3 parts, the top being the waste processing compartment. About 10 liters in capacity. It loads from the side, so I wasn't sure if my family were going to be able to take advantage of it, but you know what? I think it's more than enough. Inside, it has a dual shaft grinding system made of manganese steel, ultra durable. Right here on the lid, there are several cameras. They're used to detect whether there's non-degradable waste inside the machine. This is especially smart and important if you have kids, so just throw anything in there. This second compartment is wastewater collection. What happens in most cases with most products out there is it'll release the steam, which can be smelly and damp. What this does, it collects it into this reservoir here, and it uses it to self-clean. If this is inconvenient for you, well, you know what? They've got that figured out too. They have a port on the back where you can install a drainage hose. And on the very bottom layer, on the left side, we have 2 containers. Corresponding colors to these 2 liquids. One is an enzyme, and the other one is a decomposing agent. You put the correct side with the correct color, and you're good. They make it really easy. Wonvita has an internal air duct system, and it's sealed inside. They've really put a lot of thought into odor elimination with dual filters. And here on the right is the final fertilizer collection compartment. You know what? It comes with a bag. And this bag you can seal, especially important during the winter months, so you can save it for the spring. And now after the fertilizer is collected, you can store it and use it in your veggie patch or garden. There's got to be some sort of conveyor or something that puts it directly in there. You know what? Other products just don't do that. I'm not sure how it works. I just throw the trash in and it processes it. Time after time. I don't even have to think about it. Other machines, I have to take the bucket out, put the bucket back before I can start it again. They make it very simple and very fast and easy to use. I really like how simple and hands-off this really is. And here you can clearly see the touch screen control panel. All the function buttons are here. Product timer, mode selection, etc. More can be done on the app. Now that we've covered the product, it's very clear that the internal components are highly sophisticated. There's a lot going on here. There's grinding, there's heating, there's self-cleaning. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's like you have a team, and you just put the stuff in there, and it takes care of the rest. So it's been 2 months now, and I gotta tell you, the most obvious takeaway is how convenient and clean it is. I just put it in once a night, and maybe 3 or 4 pounds a night of food scrap, and it just takes care of itself. I don't even worry about it. I don't stress about the food scraps anymore or how to handle them. It's really changed my life. Now, all I do with my food scraps is just toss it in, toss it in, toss it in. It is just so convenient. Over the past 2 months, I've processed over 200 pounds of food scrap, producing about 30 pounds of fertilizer. It's really good for the environment, and it just amazes me at how much food scrap I actually waste. Now it goes to a good cause, my vegetable garden. I've tested all kinds of food waste, fruits, vegetables, cheese, bread, pizza, coffee grounds, and more, just like the machine's guidelines say. And there's absolutely no bad smell during the whole process. Okay, now this gets a little technical, and I have my notes. Their claimed 3-stage odor elimination system, the air duct, condensate collection, and the dual-layer activated carbon filters really works impressively in practice. What's even more amazing is that even when you open the chamber door, you can't smell anything. Most food waste odors come from protein decomposition, but Wonvita sprays a decomposition solution during the processing that breaks down a large amount of protein in the food waste. After breaking down, it further degrades into organic fertilizer. There's no protein decay, and therefore, much less odor. Plus, the machine's self-cleaning function uses water from the tank to rinse any residue inside the chamber, removing the source of smell altogether. I mean, where would it come from? Wonvita offers 3 processing modes: a 2-hour, a 4-hour, and an 8-hour. A 2 and a 4 are pretty much like a regular garbage disposal. An 8 is standard, and that's where you really are going to see the benefit from the Wonvita. You should know that food waste pollutes the environment mainly because of the protein. When you dump it directly into the environment, the protein is what causes the pollution. The Wonvita breaks that down for you. Now, if you're using just the 2 or the 4-hour cycles, you can take what that left for you and feed it to your animals if you have around the house. This is incredibly friendly for anyone who grows a garden or vegetables. My food waste has been turned into fertilizer to nourish my garden, and in my home, I've completed a full ecological cycle. That's something I'm truly proud of. And it's really quiet. 50 decibels. It's quieter than a dishwasher. I run it at like 10 p.m. every night. It never wakes me up. Ever since I started using Wonvita, I've become more environmentally conscious. I used to think it was just a minor inconvenience, my food scraps, but you know what? Now that it's part of the family, even my kids are coming to me asking me questions about the environment and what we can do to protect it. It creates a lot of teachable moments. And ever since using the Wonvita to handle our food waste, we don't have to take out the garbage as much because it composts it down to a bare minimum. It's made our life easier. Now it's all just dry, non-perishable waste. It doesn't smell. We take the garbage out very minimally, once a week. It's really changed our lives for the better. After using it for 2 months, I can confidently say the Wonvita robot is totally worth it. I have friends and family coming over all the time asking me what they can do to get their hands on one. And I tell them, you know what, go to Kickstarter and look at it there. Wait for it to come out. It's totally going to change your life.